Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's functional fitness program. Make sure you have a chair, some weights and water and some space around you, and let's get started. We'll start with our march. Making the movements as big or as small as you need to get moving. Depends when during the day you're doing this and what you've done so far. So feel free to go a little faster, make the movements bigger, or go slower with smaller movements. Just warming up. Take a few deep breaths. Just kind of clear our minds and enjoy this time for our health and well-being that we've set aside and dedicated. Let's do a few more marches before we go into our jumping jacks. You can stay behind your chair, using the chair for a little extra stability if you need it. And let's get started. We can step one foot out. You can keep the arms out, holding onto the chair. We can do one arm at a time, holding the chair, or maybe do full movements. Again, your choice, what feels right for you today. Take a few more deep breaths. Getting those bigger muscles warmed up, warming up the shoulder joints, the hips. Do one more jumping jack to each side. And then we're going to go to hamstring curls. So you can stay behind the chair again. We're just going to bend each knee, bringing that heel up towards the glutes. And we can add one or both arms and pressing back. And again, feel free to hold onto the chair with one or both hands for more stability. Or you can make the movements bigger. The more time you spend on one leg, adding a little bit of balance and stability. Let's do one more curl each leg. Good, and then we're going to stay stable and just bring one arm up. Again, elbow can stay bent, arm can stay closer to the body. Just lengthening through one side and the other. Last time here. Good, then both arms straight out, a little bit lower than your shoulders. Reach out, spread out those fingers. Do some circles forward. You decide how small or big the circles, depending on how your shoulders feel. And then we'll go the opposite direction. Then stretching out, we're going to crisscross in front, give yourself a hug, open, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then reverse the top arm. So nice big hug movements, warming up the front and back of our shoulders, back and chest. Last time. Good, and maybe a shoulder roll as we release our arms, do some wrist circles. Feel free to bend and unbend or uncurl and curl your fingers. Go the opposite direction. Get those elbows into the mix a little bit. Now we're just going to do a gentle body twist. Keeping our gaze straight forward if we tend to get a little dizzy, or we can just let our head gently turn with our spine. Good, and then just warming up the legs a little bit. We might want to use our chair here for stability. Right leg first, we're just gonna extend it forward and extend it back. And again, it can be a tap forward and a tap back, depending on your range of motion, how your hip feels. Just getting that hip joint warmed up, just like we did the shoulder joint and the spine. Come back to center. We're going to go out to the side and just a little cross, or at least to in line with the other leg if we're not supposed to cross our center line. Good, and then out to the side, just a few hip circles. Other direction. Good, and shake that out. We'll go to the other side, do the same thing with the other leg. Again, tap or extend forward and back. And again, in your range of motion. Just opening up the hip joint here. And then bring it a little bit forward to the other foot as we go out and cross. Good, and then 2 circles out to the side. And again, you can make those circles as big or as small as you'd like. Good, and then bring both feet. Just do a little strut, lift one heel on the other. Just get those ankles warmed up a little bit. Good, and just give everything a shake, whatever you need, and we're going to grab our weights and get started. Your choice to sit here or to stand. We're going to start with a dumbbell row. So sitting forward in the chair, standing, we're going to have our staggered stance with a little bend in the knees, a little hinge in the hips. From here, we're going to roll the shoulders back and down. Palms are facing each other, tall spine, and we're just going to pull back towards our hips. Elbows stay close. Reach forward. Pull back and reach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, release. Roll the shoulders, standing up nice and tall. Going to the upright row. Weights are together, palms are in, tall spine. Good posture, draw the belly in slightly, and we're going to pull up. Keeping close, elbows lift to the side. Again, you decide, can be a lower lift or all the way up to the sternum. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more if you can. 1, 2, 3. Do as many as you feel comfortable doing. 4, 5. When you start to lose your form, that's fatigue, and that's when you can injure yourself. So be careful. Let's do one more. Excuse me. We're going to do a front raise. So palms are facing back. We're going to do 12 of these. Let's start just with alternating. See how that feels as we reach one arm forward. Don't go higher than your shoulder. And then back down. Other arm for 2, 3, 4. Your choice to do both arms or stay with alternating. 6. Keep that core strong. 7. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1 and 2. Nice job. Let's give our hands a break. Put the weights down. Grab some water. We're going to go back and do one more set of dumbbell rows. We're only going to do 12 because we're going to superset that with the lateral raise. So we're going to do 12 dumbbell rows, and then standing tall, we can either do alternating arms for lateral raise or both arms at once for another 12. So you decide which way you'd like to do those when you get to that point, but let's do the dumbbell rows first. So a little hinge, bending the knees, arms are straight. Roll the shoulders back, so we don't want to be all hunched up. Pull their shoulders back and down. Arms are slightly in front, and then we're going to pull back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Stand up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders. Start with one arm and lateral raise for 1 and 2. You decide. Stay alternating. Or maybe both. 5. Don't go higher than your shoulders. A little bend in the elbow. 6, 7. Shoulders down away from the ears. 8, 9. You can always go back to alternating. 10. Give those muscles a challenge. 11 and 12. Good. Roll the shoulders. Nice job. Next one up is an overhead press. So palms are going to either face in, it's a little kinder to your shoulders, palms face out. If over your head doesn't work at all, then we're going to do elbow lifts. So that's the alternative. We're going to do alternating of these for 12 because we're going to superset it or do another set with Arnold presses. So let's start with our overhead press for 1, 2, 3, 4, strong core, 5, good posture, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Give those shoulders a little rest. Roll your shoulders. Second set, we're going to do an Arnold press. So palms start in, and then we're going to alternate as we press out. So there's that little change. Let's start with alternating. We're going to do 12. Your choice to do both or stay alternating. Here we go. Well, 1, palm out, palm in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can go to both anytime you want. 7, or stay with alternating. 8, 9, 10, 1, 2. And release. Roll the shoulders. Nice job, everybody. We can put the weights down and have a seat. Grab some water first. Hope everybody's doing good so far. And we're going to do our sit to stand. So sitting towards the front of the chair. Feet are about hip distance apart or a little wider. That's going to depend on the length of your legs. But we want to have a good solid base where we can press through the heels to lift up off the chair and then sink through the heels to sit back down. You can use your hands to help press with the chair, your legs. Arms can be crossed, arms can come out, or you can stay seated and do glute squeezes. So a lot of variations. We're doing 12. So here we go. We're going to go up and sit back down. Press through the heels, sink through the heels. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 1, and 2. Then have a seat. Take a little breather. So we're going to do a little bit more of a challenge. At least it is for me. Maybe it's not for you. But we're just going to do, let me move to, I'm going to just put my chair at an angle. So maybe you can see me a little bit better. But one of the weakest points when we come up out of our chair is right when we lift, this right here. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to come to a hover, pause here, and then just sit back down. So again, you can use your hands. You need to use the chair, but we're just going to lift our hips off the chair in kind of a hover, pause, and come back down. We're going to try to do 12. Do as many as you can. Take a break if you need to. All right, so here we go. Press through the heels. Just lift enough to hover, pause, and then sit back down. Lift and hover. And sit back down. Lift and hover. And sit back down. 4. And down. 5. And down. 6. You should feel all your muscles working right here. 7. And sit back down. 8. And sit down. 9. 3 more. 10. Hover. 11. Sit back down. 1 more. 12. Hover. And have a seat. Shake that out. I don't know. I felt that in my quads. So also the glutes. So give everything a nice little massage. Roll those shoulders. Take a nice breath. And then this next one, you can choose to stay seated or standing. We're going to need one weight, and we're going to do our side stretches. So we can do these in the chair or standing. I think I'm going to do mine in the chair, but feel free to stand. Weight's going to be in the right hand. So we're going to take a nice inhale. We're going to move to the side and then come back up. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll take a little breather, shift to the other side. We'll even ourselves out here, tall spine, and here we go. Over and back up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the whole spine kind of move over. 1, 2. Use those core muscles. Control that movement. You should feel the obliques working, transverse abdominis. And last one. Nice job. Roll the shoulders, kind of do a gentle twist if that feels good. We can put those weights, that weight down, and come to the back of the chair for our side leg raises. So staying behind the chair, weight's going to be in the left leg, right leg is going to come out to the side. So we're going to reach out and come back in. 2, 3, body stays upright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep those toes forward. 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Shake that out a little bit. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. So right leg is standing, left leg is going to come out to the side. Toes are forward. Spine is nice and long and upright. And here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. I'm going to shake that out, walk around a little bit, grab some water, and then we're going to come behind our chair. We're going to do a lunge. So we're going to do that little pause in our lunge, just like we did in our squat. So coming behind the chair, left side is going to be closer to the chair, right leg is going to step back. So right heel stays up, spine again stays long. So we have a nice and upright. We're going to come down. You decide how far down you're going to go into the lunge, because we're going to come down, pause, and then lift back up. Come down, pause, and up. 3, and up. 4, and up. 5, and up. 6, and up. 7. Remember, it can just be a little bit. 8, 9, 10. Can we do 5 more? 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. On this side, 5. Good. Bring that leg in, shake everything out, because we need to do the other side. So when we're ready, right hand is on the chair, right leg is closer to the chair. Left leg is going to take a big step back. You want enough room that your hips can go down. You go too narrow, when you go down, you're going to lean forward, or you're going to bring this knee forward. So either you're not going to be straight up, or this knee is going to be unsafe. So give yourself a little more room. Keep that heel up. Same thing. Here we go. Down, pause, and up. 2, and up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pause, no cheating. 8, pause. 9, pause. 10, pause. 5 more if you can. Take a break. 2, 3. Maybe not go as far. 4. And last one. Good. And shake out that leg. I felt those. I don't know about you. Take a little breather, walk around a little bit. We're down to our calves. We're going to try for a one-legged heel lift. So right leg stays on the floor. Left foot wraps behind. If that does not work for you, keep both feet on the floor. We'll just do 2 sets. So here we go, 15. We're going to lift and lower. 2, and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Bang out those toes. That kind of loosens those calf muscles. And we'll go to the other side. So other leg is standing. Right foot wraps behind. Here we go. Lift and lower. 2, 3. This isn't our balance. So keep a hand on the chair for stability. Don't be pushing on the chair. 5, 6, 7. Lightest touch possible. 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. 4, 5. Good, and bang out those toes. Nice job, everybody. For balance today, we're gonna do Superman. So let's come behind our chair. We're gonna bring one leg back, the opposite arm forward. So I've got my right leg back, my left arm forward, and then we're gonna start to lift that leg, reach that arm. So we can stay here, right hand is on the chair, or maybe right arm comes out, and we're gonna fly like Superman for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then slowly come back down. Shake that out, roll the shoulders. We got one more side to go. So opposite leg in front, and then opposite arm from that. So we're going to start with lifting that foot. Maybe we can keep the toe down and lift both arms. That's one way to balance. We got most of our weight on one leg, or keep one hand on the chair, hovering the chair, lift the leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we're done. Good job, everybody. Roll your shoulders. Coming to the front of the chair. We're going to do one more set of squats at the front of the chair. So we're going to come again. I'll come to a little bit angle. Let's see if we can come down almost to touching, or just lightly touching and then back up. So you're not going to fully sit down and then fully stand up. Let's try that. We're going to try that for 12. So here we go. We're going to go back into our squat and come back up. Back into our squat. Make those hips, make sure those hips are moving back, knees stay behind the toes. 3, maybe just tap the chair seat. 4, and up. 5, and up. 6, and up. 7, and up. 8, 9. Have a seat when you're done. 10. We do 2 more. 1, and 2, and then have a seat. Take a break, grab some water, take a little rest. Nice job, everybody. So as we move back to our upper body, your choice to stay seated in the chair, to stand up. So again, we can do these seated. We can do these standing. A few we're going to have to do seated. But the first one, if you'd like to stand, we can do standing. We're going to do a set of hammer curls, and then we're going to superset it with some windshields. So hammer curls, and then elbows stay, arms at 90 degrees. Those are our windshields. So we're going to do 15 and 15. So palms are in, roll the shoulders, seated or standing, good posture. And here we go, curl up and down. Palms are in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, control the movement, 7, 8, 9, 10. Straighten that arm all the way up and then down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come halfway, so arms are at a 90-degree angles, elbows are glued to your side, or we're going to go out. Keep the wrists neutral. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Release those arms, roll those shoulders. So the next one's going to be for our tricep. So we're going to do a tricep extension over our head. If that does not work for you, you're going to go ahead and do a kickback. So either a set of kickbacks or a tricep extension. I'm going to sit for this one so you can see what I'm doing. You can do just one weight, holding one end over the head, or you can use 2 weights if you would like. And we're going to try for 15. So keep that into account. Remember, with arms over our head, we use a lot more energy. So stop when you fatigue. 1 or both weights over our head. Upper arms stay close to the ears as we bend back, or we're doing kickbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can always go to 1 weight if you've got 2. 12. 3 more if you can. 1, 2, 3. And we're down. Nice job, everybody. Roll the shoulders. Take a little water break. Put the weights down. And for this next one, we're going to have to sit. This is an isometric. We're going to do a knee, hand to knee press. So we got our right hand on our right knee, left hand on our left knee. We're going to press our hand into our leg and our leg into our hand. And we're just going to press for the count of 5. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the right. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the right. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Good. Last time. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Shake that out and roll the shoulders. Rotate the wrists. Give it a nice little shake. Grabbing both weights. We're going to do a set of bicep curls. So we're going to do 12 bicep curls. And then we're going to do 12 a bicep curl with an Arnold press. So again, 12 and 12. Feel free to alternate. Feel free to stand or sit. If you have some back issues, I would suggest sitting because going into that overhead with the bicep curl is a little bit more on your back. So a little bit safer would be seated, a little more stable. Your choice, listen to your body, do what's right for your body. And here we go, bicep curls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Brief pause and roll the shoulders back and down. Bicep curl into an Arnold press. So we bicep curl, then we rotate, palms out, palms in, and back down. That was 1. 2. Remember, you can do these alternating. 3. You're standing, keep that core strong. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. You can always go back to alternating. 9. 10. 2 more. 1, 2. And we're done with those. Roll the shoulders. One more for our triceps. We're going to do a set of kickbacks. So seated or standing. We're going to do our little staggered stance. If we're standing, we're all hinging forward with our long spine. Arms are down. Roll the shoulders back and down, and then pull the weights. So they're about hip height. Elbows are tucked in here, and then we're going to just straighten our arms. We're going to kick back and in. 2. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more if you can. 1. You can always go alternating. 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Roll the shoulders. Have a seat, everyone. We have one more. And we're going to do wrist curls today. So we're sitting with our feet flat on the floor. And then we're going to place our forearms on our thighs with our wrists and weights kind of hanging off the edge. I've got my palms up. We're going to do 12 of these, and then we're going to flip our palms the other way. The heavier the weights, the less you should be doing. If you have a set of lighter weights, use them for our wrists. Here we go. We're going to curl up and down. 2. So little mini wrist curls. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the forearms on the thighs. 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1, 2. Good. Take a break. Shake out those wrists, roll the shoulders. We're going to do the same thing, but our palms are going to be down. So a little bit less range of motion. Again, forearms on the thighs. Hands and weights are just kind of hanging off the edge of our knees. And we're going to do little mini curls up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 more. 1, 2. Good. And come on up. Weights completely put down. We are done with our weights. Shake everything out. Roll the shoulders. Grab a quick drink if you'd like before we start our cool down. Again, your choice, standing or seated for our cool down stretches. Take a breath or two, just see how you're feeling. I've got lots of energy running through my body. Hope you do too. Take a nice breath, and then we're going to do a nice side stretch. So again, fingertips, hand on our waist, shoulder, maybe the top of our head, or extended, depending on how your shoulders feel. Feel that nice lengthening from hip to shoulder or hip to fingertips. A few deep, relaxing breaths here. One more inhale, exhale. We're going to bring that arm down. Same thing with the other arm. Relax the shoulders. Nice deep breathing. Good. And bring that arm down. Let's bring that right arm out and across. Hug it in. Just open up the shoulder. Stretch out that upper back. Good. Bring that arm down. Other side. Same thing. So you can be holding below the elbow or above the elbow, just not right on the elbow joint. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. We're not all hunched up. Good. And let's bring this right hand out again. We're going to flip our palm up. We're going to hold at the base of our fingers, not our fingertips, at the base, and just press that palm out. Just stretch out those forearm muscles, the wrists a little bit. Good, then bring that hand flat, flip the palm down, press through that big knuckle set here. Just stretch out the top of the wrist here. Good, same thing with the other hand, flip it up, press through the base. So we're pressing the palm forward, the bottom of the palm forward, and the top of the palm back. Good, then flat, then flip it down, and we'll go the opposite direction. Good, and then extend those arms straight out, spread those fingers nice and wide, and then we're gonna rotate our shoulders forward, shoulders back. Good, and then we're gonna bring our arms behind us, bend your elbows, and just cross, holding on to interlace your hands, place them at the center of your spine, and then we're gonna slide both of our hands over to our left hip. So we're opening up this right shoulder. We're gonna pull this left elbow in, and then we're gonna turn our head and look towards our left shoulder. And really feel that stretch all through this right side here. Few nice deep breaths. Good, bring the hands and the head back to center. And then we're gonna slide them over to the other hip. So now we've got both hands at our right hip. We're gonna pull our right elbow in, and then we're gonna turn and look over our right shoulder. And just open up that left shoulder area. Few nice deep breaths here. Good, then we're gonna bring our hands back to center, and then we're gonna just stretch them straight out. Lift your heart, lift your chin. Few breaths here. Good, and then release both arms, some wrist circles. Both directions. Good. Feet on the floor, hips on the chair. Can I take a nice inhalation? We're going to gently twist now, do our spinal twist to the right. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Your choice to keep your head forward or gently look over the right shoulder. Good, slowly bring everything back to center. Inhale to lengthen. Excuse me, exhale, twist to the left. Shoulders relaxed, spine is long. Nice, deep, relaxed breathing. Good, and as we come back to center, maybe a few shoulder rolls, we feel good. Bring those feet nice and wide. Few windshields. And then the right knee is going to drop down. We're going to slide that right hip off. You decide. Bring that leg farther back. Gently hold on to the ankle. Tall spine. Few breaths here. We're going to open up the front of the hip. Lengthen through the front of the quadricep. Keep that spine long. So we don't want to be all bent over. Nice long spine. Reach through the crown of the head. Good. And then we're going to slowly release that leg, spin it around to the other side, and do the same thing. So, knee and hip are aligned, spine is long, slide that leg back, grab the ankle or even the back of your pant leg. And we're breathing, we're not holding our breath. When we're inhale, exhale, release that leg. Let's come back to center. Let's extend that right leg straight out. Heel down, toe up, little hinge forward, hamstring stretch. So come on out. Bring that knee in. Do a few little knee hugs. And then some hip circles. One direction and the other. And then gently hold on to that knee. Let's do some ankle circles. Both directions. Good. Lower that leg. Same thing. Other side. So hamstring stretch to start. Good, coming out, gently draw that knee and do a few little knee hugs. And then some hip circles. Both directions. Good, then gently holding behind the knee, ankle circles. Really have that ankle go through its range of motion, both directions. Flexing and pointing the toes, bring that leg down. Good, let's take one more inhale, stretching any way that feels good. And then exhale, arms down. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed the class. Stay healthy, stay well, stay hydrated, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.